In May of 1903, the steamboat Tanana Chief left Fairbanks and was the first to go up the Tanana River. Upon reaching the mouth of the Kantishna River, it waited until the spring ice flow subsided and then continued on up the Kantishna River. On board was an exploring party led by Judge James Wickersham. As they made their way up the river, they visited 3 Dana camps. It was the first time the Dana had ever seen a steamboat, and they were very curious as to where the party was going and for what purpose. When they asked, Wickersham said they were going to climb to the top of Denali. One Dana asked, "What for you go top? Gold?" Wickersham replied, "No, we go merely to see the top, to be the first men to reach the summit." At this, the Dana laughed and said they were fools. As Wickersham's party made their way up the Kantishna, the first Dana camp that they encountered was called Nachereha's camp. The leader of the camp was Nachereha. His name fit him, as it meant moose hunter. About 50 Dana were camped here on their return to the lower Tanana River area after having been on a late winter hunt in the hills. The second camp they visited was called Tuktawagana. It was the camp of Konha, the blind shaman, and his 2 wives, and also an undetermined number of people. It was at this camp that Konha told Wickersham the legend of how Denali was formed. The third camp they encountered was called Anotoktilon. Upon reaching the last Dana camp, Wickersham met Chief Sesui and his wife. He was the chief of Talaida village, who in 1899 saved a U.S. military party who were lost and about to perish. He was able to do so because out of curiosity he backtracked a bear he had killed who had bacon in its stomach. Chief Sesui advised the Wickersham party to now leave their boats behind and travel across land to their destination. They took his advice and started hiking with very heavy packs. They also had 2 mules they had brought on the boat with them, which helped pack their supplies and wood they cut when camping. The Dana never had seen mules before and immediately called them the white man's moose. The party traveled towards the Chitsia Creek and camped at the foot of Chitsia Mountain. Some of the party climbed to the top of the mountain to see the view of their path before them. The next day, party members prospected Chitsia Creek for gold and were successful in finding paying quantities. From the Journal of Judge Wickersham. On June 4, we staked placer claims. These were the first mining claims located in this region. We filed our notices of location of these claims in the recorder's office at Rampart the following July. We also filed a map which was immediately copied by numerous prospectors, and the next year a horde of these hardy men explored every creek in this land for gold, and actually located rich placer diggings on Moose Creek, across which we had carelessly passed with our eyes fixed on the crest of Denali. It became the center of the rich Kantishna mining district. Wickersham's party continued on to Wonder Lake and crossed the McKinley River flood plain, then on up Denali. They climbed about 10,000 feet till they reached a perpendicular wall, which is about 1/4 of a mile high. The wall has come to be known as Wickersham's Wall. the party had no choice but to turn back and raft back down the Kantishna River.